no better way to get better at football than playing football. So if you want to,
Miller's gonna finish it.
I've always been confident in my abilities. I think I'm a guy that can go out there, and I always believe in myself that I'm gonna get open and make the play if they throw me the ball.
The third, Ryan, end zone shot for Pierce. He caught it. Oh, what a...
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Colts Cast, part of the Pigskin Podcast Network. We are here to talk about everything and anything Indianapolis Colts. My name is Eric Smith, co-host of the Colts Cast. Usually alongside me, I have co-host Jamal Lawrence here, but he's not here today. He will not be joining us. Someone told him C.J. Stroud was the best quarterback in this year's draft, and he fell ill with a little tummy ache. So he's out. No, he's on vacation, guys. But the Colts Cast, we never take vacation. The show must go on. If you're on YouTube, please ring that bell with the subscribe button. Don't forget to give us a like and comment below throughout the video with your thoughts. That's the best way to support us, guys, and it's completely free. All right, now. I need some coffee for this one, guys. Let's talk about the elephant in the room a little bit. The Carolina Panthers, man. Why'd they have to go and do it? Frank Wright did this despite us. The Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers made a big trade that impacts us. Bears are trading number 1 overall pick for the number 9 pick, number 61 pick in this year's draft, a first-round pick in 2024, a second-round pick in 2025, and wide receiver DJ Moore. Holy shit, guys. This impacts us immensely. It begs the question on what direction the Indianapolis Colts want to go in the draft. The number 1 overall pick is absolutely gone. The Texans aren't trading down with an AFC South opponent. There goes number 2. That leaves Arizona's 3rd overall pick as the highest the Colts could possibly draft. What will we do? Trade up to secure QB3, sit at 4th overall and take what's given? Potentially risking another quarterback off the board if Arizona decides to trade down with another suitor? Or we could trade down with another team to pass on the top 4 QBs. There's a lot of things that, there's a lot of options on the table right now. Today we're going to talk about the impact of the Chicago and Carolina trade and what path the Colts could take. Let's start with the facts. Your QB1 and QB2 are most likely gone. The Carolina Panthers, I think they take C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young. I've heard Frank Wright. He's a big fan of Stroud, while owner David Tepper really likes Young. So either way, you have to assume one of them is off the board. My best bet is C.J. Stroud. He's gone. That was my QB1 that I decided on a few days ago. I was ready to talk about him this week on our second bi-weekly episode, but that changed. That change was yesterday's news. So, okay, Stroud is gone. Houston Texans are on the clock. What does DeMeco Ryans in the front office want to do with the 2nd overall pick? They've already stated they'll be adding a quarterback in some form or fashion. Guys, they are drafting one at number 2. I don't care how much Ryans likes Will Anderson Jr. because, he's a defensive mind. He loves, tough leaders. General manager Nick Caserio in that front office, they have to replace Deshaun Watson. It has to be done. Davis Mills is not the answer. There's no way Texans fans watched Davis Mills this past season and said, this is my franchise quarterback. This is who we got. This is who we got rolling with for the next decade. I don't see it. There's no way. Look, the Texans, that offense lacked talent, but still nothing that Davis Mills did gives you a lift, he doesn't elevate the team, in my opinion, to the next level. So I think he'll be a good backup for them. We'll see. The Texans can reunite wide receiver John Mechie with Bryce Young. Match made in heaven. Alabama alumni right there. I don't see how they pass that up, even given Young's size criticism. He's just too good at everything else. So, where does that leave us, Colts Nation? That leaves us with Andy Richardson and Will Levis. Richardson to me is QB3. And call him raw or a developmental project. We all saw his combine results. Out of this world athleticism. Can't coach that. You saw them beautiful deep balls. That was making mouths drop in fascination. In my opinion, you don't want to regret not drafting him when you had the chance to. Highest upside out of any prospect. AR-15 fans, I see you out there. You guys are warming up your hands right now. You're ready for some Anthony Richardson. It's very possible now. It's increasingly possible. But is Shane Steichen with you? Does Chris Ballard like him? What about Jim Irsay? That's what matters right now. What does the Indianapolis Colts organization think about Anthony Richardson? So we'll know more in the telling months, because or telling month actually. They may opt for Will Levis instead, who has more experience in college, has a history operating in a pro-style offense, and that more complex offense. He still possesses those elite athletic traits. Same tier as Richardson, just not quite as high as Richardson. And that prototypical size has that toughness. Played tough at Kentucky. He was playing through injuries, things like that. Can't coach that. Cannon of an arm. Look, I'm not going to try to sell you on Will Levis today. He's QB4 on a lot of people's lists, including mine. It's just with the current situation, we're going to have to envision a Colts team with Will Levis under center. It's very possible now. So we'll see about that. So another scenario, do the Colts trade up with Arizona and give them some draft ammo? Or do we stay at number 4? See if another QB needy team jumps us. Guys, comment below and tell me what you think is going to happen. I'm really curious. There's a lot of different ways this thing can go down. Or how about this? Let me tell you about another scenario that I think is more increasingly possible with the Bears-Panthers trade going down. I touched on this on the last episode or the previous episode. I can't remember, but we touched on this briefly as a possible idea. I think Colts Cast fans will know exactly what I'm talking about. But before I do, let me tell you more about our sponsor, DraftKings. Ready for the underdogs, the upsets, and the unbelievable action from DraftKings Sportsbook? The biggest tournament in college basketball is here. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 on college hoops and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, for a limited time, all customers can score a no-sweat bet during round 1 and 2 of the tournament. Both of the first rounds. Go to the app, opt in, and place a no-sweat bet this weekend. If it doesn't hit, you'll get a bonus bet back up to $10. It's a free bet, guys. Look, this tournament's it's starting to heat up. Look, my Gamecocks had no chance this year. They had G.G. Jackson. He's probably going to go in the draft. But look, there's a lot of great teams out there. I'll be keeping my eye on potentially Alabama. They've been looking really good. They're gonna lock up that number 1 seed. But it's going to be a fun March Madness, as always. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and sign up with code TPPN. New customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Win or lose. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code TPPN. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Y'all know who I'm about to talk about now? I kind of gave a hint earlier. Lamar Jackson. Could it really happen? Could it really happen? The Ravens this week, they placed the non-exclusive franchise tag on Lamar Jackson, meaning he can now negotiate with teams freely. Starting this coming week, will be guaranteed a salary of $32.4 million. We all know he's getting way more than that. Come on, Daniel Jones just got $40 million. Come on, guys. We all know he's getting more than that, but it seems to me Baltimore wants to see what his real market value is before deciding to pay the man. Look, I get it. Eric, Why would you want to see another veteran QB when we just went through this nonsense for multiple seasons? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we never got a high caliber player like Lamar Jackson. I'm sorry, it just hasn't happened. A former MVP in his prime, he's only 26 years old. So, veteran or not, like, he's still in that prime age. You know why he hasn't gotten the contract he wants? I blame the Cleveland Browns. They set the bar with Deshaun Watson's $230 million fully guaranteed. And now Lamar Jackson believes he's worth more than that. And that's good. He thinks he's probably the best quarterback in the league. That's fine. That's how a lot of players should operate. I can't blame him for that. No one should be questioning his talent, though. Arguably the best dual threat quarterback in the league, has the arm talent, pocket presence. I mean, we could go on. He's just a very explosive athlete to have on your team at that position, too. What I think is, one of his biggest issues is availability. Can he stay on the field? Is he prone to injury due to his style of play? When he missed the wild card game against the Bengals, there was speculation that he just didn't want to play. I wonder why that is. Could be that no guaranteed money. He's facing that contract extension, things like that. He faced a lot of criticism for not suiting up. I think even a player or two thought, why isn't he playing? But we won't go down that road. Anyway, I'm not a medical doctor. He said he suffered a grade 2 PCL sprain. Still couldn't play. It was like, I think some people say it's a 1 to 3 week recovery time. He was out for 5-6 weeks. I wonder if he had that guaranteed money. I wonder if his knee would have recovered faster. Metaphorically speaking, faster. Who knows, man? But Shane Steichen paired with Lamar Jackson, that seems like a win to me. Look, 2 first-round picks for a franchise quarterback is worth it. If the Colts want to turn this franchise around now, they have to consider it. The contract, however, is the biggest concern in my opinion. Can the Colts afford a player looking for north of $230 million guaranteed? I'll leave that there for you all to ponder on. That is a lot of money. I can't argue that. What about trading out of the 4th overall pick? The good old value sandwich. Some large fries on the side. Let someone else take that pick and trade back to build up draft capital. Truly start a rebuild and throw darts on a late round quarterback probably. We tried that with Sam Ehlinger. Hasn't panned out. But doesn't mean it can't. Derek Carr was a 2nd round QB. So was Drew Brees. Brett Favre. Dak Prescott was a 4th round pick. I'm just saying, guys, it's not impossible. Could Ballard take a deeper look at Hendon Hooker now? We did a whole episode on him. While it might have seemed a little bit more far-fetched back then, now it's more increasingly likely. They're going to have to. Maybe a Jaren Hall out of BYU, Tanner Mackey out of Stanford. I just thought about this. What if we take the best player available, a non-QB position at number 4? Or we trade down to 13 or something. Just take the best player available, which won't be a QB. Look, the playing field has changed. Anything can happen at this point since we have no shot at controlling our own destiny. At least for the number 1 overall pick. So all in all, I feel like the Panthers made a good move. It's going to make you think. Should the Colts have stepped in and made a more convincing offer? I'm not sure what happened behind closed doors, but the number 4 overall pick is better than the number 9. We could have made a better package. They gave up DJ Moore, though. That's going to hurt Panthers Nation. Panthers fans in general. My brother's a Panthers fan. He was already pretty sad about that. He is an underrated wideout. 3 consecutive 1,000-yard receiving seasons under shaky quarterback play. they've been basically playing the same quarterback carousel like the Colts, except with younger projects in the last 5 years. Look, DJ Moore is going to be a legit wide receiver 1 for the Bears, in my opinion. I've been wrong before. I just think he's pretty good. Yards after catch guy. I like DJ Moore. He's on a pretty modest contract too. I think it was like $20 million, $20.5 million a year. Justin Fields has no more excuses once they spend this offseason. They got the most cap space out of any team. Panthers are now betting all their chips. They have mortgaged their future, and a young QB will land in a good situation over there. Frank Wright, despite what you think about him, he's still a good coach. He's a good head coach. It's just the situation, with the Colts, it didn't work out. I mean, there were issues all around. He was part of it. But I knew he was still going to get another head coaching try somewhere else. Frank Wright's a good coach. The Panthers have a strong run game. Their defense isn't bad. I think they're going to be okay. This was a good move for them, as long as their quarterback pans out. However, losing DJ Moore is going to sting. And they're going to they most certainly have to draft a wideout now to replace him. I think they have another pick from the Christian McCaffrey trade. So that, I think, is a second-round pick. They should be fine. But look, the trade ultimately derails any possibility of the Colts drafting the quarterback of their choice in this NFL draft. This isn't the end of the world, but certainly a buzzkill throughout Colts Nation. Whichever path Indianapolis takes, I will still be cheering them on in the fall. It's always been go Colts. We just have to be vigilant now. We have to see where the best solution is. It's just that simple. And now we're gonna have to take a deeper look at Richardson, Levis, other quarterback. Oh hell, we might even look at Drake May and Caleb Williams next draft. I don't know what's gonna happen. Things have shaken up in the NFL, and I can't wait to see what happens in April. Look, that's going to be it for us, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Colts Cast. We are live on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or any platform you use to listen to podcasts. We'll be back next time to give you some more Indianapolis Colts content. You guys have a good rest of your weekend.